It's a super election year in Croatia, and many expect a very heated campaign ahead, especially after President Zoran Milanovic unexpectedly announced he would lead the opposition Social Democrats to challenge Prime Minister Andrej Plenkovic in the parliamentary vote. However, a constitutional court has banned Milanovic from running for the post of Prime Minister, saying he needs to resign as head of state first. We'll cross to Zagreb in a moment, but first, let's take a closer look at how we got here. Opposition parties, including Milanovic's Social Democrats, have accused Prime Minister Andrej Plenkovic of high-level corruption. Meanwhile, a strained relationship between the president and prime minister have been ongoing for months as they disagree over public and economic policies and government appointments. Milanovic set April 17th for the elections after dissolving parliament and said he would run for prime minister and resign only after winning the polls. Since the president is by definition a non-partisan person, the Constitutional Court barred him from running, saying he is not allowed to participate in the political activities of any political party.
I promise, the same as in the past, a determined and corruption-clear government. We will kick out thieves and abusers from power, and we will prevent their return to power for a long time.
We heard that Milanovic decided to run for the elections with SDP as an independent man, but at the same time to preserve his position no matter what. Did you all see that? Well, that is the circus that continues. But nevertheless, I think this is great. All the masks are off.
Tomislav Klauški joins us now. He's a journalist, political commentator and columnist at the Croatian newspaper 24 Hours, 24 sata. Tomislav, great to have you on Across the Balkans. I like how you describe the situation on X. It's not Milanovic that is barred from running, but the president of the republic. So what happens now?
Well, the situation in Croatia is very complicated right now. Apart from the election, we have a constitutional crisis where the president of the republic is entering the parliamentary election, which is in violation of the distribution of power in our society against the constitution and the democratic tradition. And the Constitutional Court made a decision that Zoran Milanovic can be a candidate at the parliamentary election for the next prime minister if he resigns from his position as the president of the republic, which he now refuses to do because he wants to keep the position, keep the importance, and keep the influence which he has as the president of the republic, and not just as a regular candidate like other candidates at the elections.
And how surprised were you by Milanovic's announcement that he intended to run for election as prime minister? It seems to me, based on Croatian newspapers, that this shocked everyone.
Well, yes, everybody was shocked. It was really a big surprise, especially on Friday, where everybody was going home on holiday on a weekend and 3 days. So it was like a big shock, and for some a big scandal, because nobody could expect this kind of situation, that the president of the republic should even consider the situation or the option to be a candidate for the next prime minister, because those two roles are in checks and balances. They are different kind of the democratic position, because they should be controlling each other. The president gives the next mandate for the prime minister to the winner of the election. So the situation was really shocking, and apart from all that, our constitutional experts and lawyers split on the political sides and on the party sides. Where on the one hand there were members of the Constitutional Court, which are from the HDZ, and the others from the SDP, and they were in conflict. So we had big discussion and even big fights at the political scene, whether this situation could be allowed or not.
Tomislav, very strong accusations by the opposition when it comes to the current government, the Prime Minister Plenkovic. 30 ministers have been replaced during his 2 terms in office. Is it possible that President Milanovic wants to use this opportunity while we are hearing a lot of criticism going towards HDZ and Plenkovic?
Of course, that's the main point in his campaign, in the opposition campaign, to get rid of HDZ because of all the things that they've done in the last 8 years, because of the corruption, and especially because of the domination over the institution, from justice, from the police, even to the constitutional court. So Milanovic is using his own candidacy to prove that HDZ is controlling even the constitutional court, and HDZ is going to do everything they can to stop him from running, which is also like the proof that you can't beat HDZ apart from creating like a large front, maybe even tear down some kind of constitutional restraints and some kind of laws and the democratic traditions. So the opposition thinks, and Zoran Milanovic thinks, that everything is allowed in the fight against HDZ. So it's going to be ugly campaign, and it's going to be a lot of ugly noises and strong rhetoric and the political fights.
Seems like it. Tomislav, you know, we had several commentators from Croatia, some of them former officials in the government. All of them said Croatia doesn't have a strong opposition to go against HDZ and Plenkovic. Can Milanovic change that and unite them?
Well, the problem with Milanovic is that he moved from his previous political position as the leader of the Social Democratic Party and moved strongly to the right when he was the president. Moved closer to the nationalistic populist parts of the society. He was very strongly against Croatians, helping the Ukraine against the Russia, and all of those things. So it's really interesting which part of the opposition, the left, is really confused by the Milanovic positions in the last 4 years. But at the same time, he is one of them. He was one of them, and he's still the most popular politician in the country. And the opposition, not only from the left, but some of them on the right want to use his popularity for their own gains at this election. So Milanovic is basically running a populist campaign, which is not all this, not ideological profile, but he wants to unite all from the left and the right against the HDZ. So that's his platform mainly.
And the region will be watching, as he had quite interesting statements lately. I'm talking about President Milanovic, not just about Croatian soldiers joining the front line in Ukraine, but as well as the regional politician, Bosnian internal matters. So the region will definitely pay close attention to what's going on. Thank you so much, Tomislav, for explaining all this complicated situation currently in Croatia. We'll keep an eye on that. Thanks again. And thanks for watching this episode of Across the Balkans. See you next time from me and the whole team. Bye-bye for now.